Before a single step changes the direction of your life, before any great victory is won, there is always a quiet moment that no one sees. In that moment, you decide whether you will live for noise or for purpose. The world teaches us to speak, to post, to announce, to explain ourselves to everyone. But the truth is far more powerful and far more dangerous. Not everything that matters should be shared. Some of the most important battles you will ever fight will be fought in silence. Some of the greatest dreams you will ever build must first grow in the dark. And some of the deepest lessons you will ever learn will come from knowing when to hold your tongue and when to guard your heart. Too many people lose their strength because they give it away through careless words. They reveal their plans before they are ready. They expose their wounds to people who do not know how to heal them. They hand their future to those who do not respect it, and then they wonder why their progress slows, why their energy fades, why their dreams begin to feel heavy. Today is not about becoming secretive. It is about becoming wise. It is about understanding that your life, your journey, and your destiny are sacred. When you learn what to keep private, you gain control. When you protect what matters, you grow stronger. And when you master the art of silence, you step into a power that no one can take away from you. Every great transformation in life begins long before anyone else can see it. Long before applause, recognition, or success arrives, there is a quiet season where you are thinking, planning, and preparing. This is the season where your next move is being formed. And it is in this season that silence becomes one of your greatest allies. When you speak too soon about what you are going to do, you give away a part of your power. You invite opinions from people who may not understand your vision. Some will doubt you, some will laugh, some will unintentionally plant fear in your heart. Even those who care about you may try to protect you by warning you of risks, but their words can weaken your courage before your idea has had time to grow. Think of a seed planted in the soil. It does not announce that it will become a mighty tree. It stays hidden, drawing strength, building roots, preparing itself for the moment it breaks through the ground. If that seed were exposed too early, it would be damaged by the wind, the sun, or careless hands. Your next move is just like that seed. It needs privacy to develop its strength. Silence also protects your focus. When too many people know what you are planning, you begin to feel pressured to perform for them instead of working for your purpose. You start worrying about proving yourself instead of improving yourself. Quiet planning allows you to move at your own pace, to make mistakes, to adjust, and to grow without being judged. There is also another truth that many people do not like to admit. Not everyone wants to see you succeed. Some people are comfortable when you remain where you are, but become uncomfortable when you begin to rise. When you share your next move too early, you give such people a chance to discourage you, distract you, or even sabotage you, sometimes without you even realizing it. Keeping your next move private is not about hiding from the world. It is about respecting your own journey. It means you trust yourself enough to build quietly. You are not seeking validation from others before you take action. You are guided by your inner conviction, not by outside approval. When the time is right, your actions will speak for you. You will not need to announce what you are doing, because the results will make it clear. Success that is built in silence often arrives with greater strength and stability, because it was not rushed and it was not shaped by other people's doubts. So guard your next move. Work when no one is watching. Plan when no one is listening. Build when no one is applauding. And when you finally step into what you have been preparing for, the world will see it. Not because you spoke about it, but because you lived it. There will be moments in every human life when the heart feels heavy and the spirit feels tired. In those moments, you may feel the urge to speak, to explain your pain, to tell the world how much you are hurting, but wisdom teaches us that not every ear is meant to hear your deepest struggles. Your weakest moments are not signs of failure, they are signs that you are human, growing, and learning. And because they are precious, they deserve to be protected. When you are wounded, you are emotionally open. Your words are softer, your defenses are lower, and your trust is fragile. In that state, sharing your pain with the wrong people can do more harm than good. Some will not understand, some will judge. Some may use your vulnerability as a way to feel superior. Others may quietly store your story and repeat it later, turning something sacred into something public. This can leave you feeling exposed, ashamed, and even more alone than before. But there are also people who will listen with respect. These are the ones who do not rush to give advice or to compare your pain with theirs. They simply hold space for you, offering compassion, patience, and quiet strength. These are the people who have earned the right to hear your weakest moments. Choosing carefully who you open up to is not about building walls, it is about building safe doors. Pain is not something to be displayed, like a trophy or a complaint. It is something to be healed. When you speak to the wrong people, you may find yourself reliving your wounds instead of releasing them. You tell the same story again and again, and instead of moving forward, you remain trapped in the memory of what hurt you. Silence, when used wisely, allows you to process, to reflect, and to grow without being constantly pulled back into the pain. There is also great strength in learning to sit with your emotions. Not every feeling needs to be immediately shared. Sometimes you must first understand what you are feeling before you ask others to understand it. In that quiet self-reflection, you gain clarity. You begin to see what truly matters, what needs to change, and what you can let go of. Protecting your weakest moments also protects your dignity. You are not defined by your struggles. They are chapters in your story, not the whole book. When you choose carefully who gets to see those chapters, you preserve the power to define yourself by your growth, not just by your pain. So be gentle with your heart. Honor your vulnerability. Share your struggles only with those who will treat them with care and respect. In doing so, you give yourself the space to heal, the freedom to grow, and the strength to rise stronger than before. Money is one of the most misunderstood forces in human life. It is not just currency. It carries emotion, comparison, pride, fear, and desire. This is why your income and your wealth always must be handled with great care. When you speak too openly about how much you earn or how much you want to earn, you invite many voices into a journey that should remain personal and focused. The moment people know your financial goals, everything begins to change. Some will start to measure themselves against you. Others will judge whether you deserve what you are aiming for. A few may feel inspired, but many will feel threatened, even if they do not show it. Jealousy is a quiet emotion, but it has a powerful way of influencing how people treat you. Advice that once felt kind may suddenly become discouraging. Support may turn into doubt. This is not because your dream is wrong, but because money makes people uncomfortable with their own limitations. When you keep your financial goals private, you give yourself freedom. You are no longer working to impress or explain. You are working to build. You can take risks without being questioned. You can make mistakes without being judged. You can grow at your own pace without feeling the pressure of other people's expectations. There is also a deep truth that few talk about. Not all advice is meant for you. When you share your income goals, people will offer opinions based on their own experiences, fears, and beliefs. Someone who has never taken a financial risk may tell you to play it safe. Someone who failed may tell you it is impossible. Someone who is comfortable with very little may tell you to lower your expectations. And one of this reflects what you are capable of. Yet, if you listen too closely, their voices can slowly shrink your vision. Money also changes relationships. When people know you are earning more or aiming higher, some may begin to treat you differently. They may expect favors. They may assume you owe them. They may feel entitled to a piece of your success. This can create tension, guilt, and unnecessary pressure. By keeping your financial journey private, you protect not only your focus, but also the peace of your relationships. Wealth is built through discipline, patience, and consistency, not through conversation. Every hour you spend explaining your goals is an hour you could spend working toward them. Silence allows your energy to go into action instead of into defending your dreams. When the results arrive, they will speak more clearly than any words ever could. A stable life, a peaceful home, and the ability to give and grow are louder than any number you could announce. So walk your financial path quietly. Let your efforts be your voice. And when success finally shows itself, it will be undeniable, because it was built with focus, not with noise. A family is more than a group of people living under one roof. It is a place of memory, emotion, history, and deep connection. It is where you are first seen, first loved, and first shaped. Because of this, the problems that arise inside a family are not ordinary problems. They are personal, sensitive, and deeply tied to the hurts of those involved. That is why family struggles should be treated with care and kept away from unnecessary public attention. When you speak about your family's private issues to the world, you may feel a temporary sense of relief. But that relief often comes at a great cost. Words, once spoken, cannot be taken back. What begins as a moment of frustration can turn into long-lasting damage. People who hear your story will form opinions, take sides, and carry those judgments even after the problem has been resolved. Your family, however, must continue living with one another long after those outside voices have moved on. Every family goes through difficulties, misunderstandings, arguments, and emotional distance are part of every human relationship. But when these moments are shared carelessly, they lose their chance to be healed quietly and respectfully. Problems that could have been solved with a calm conversation become larger when they are exposed to outside influence. Strangers and acquaintances do not know the full story. They do not understand the history, the love, or the sacrifices that bind your family together. Their advice, though sometimes well-meaning, can often create more confusion than clarity. Protecting your family's privacy is a way of protecting its dignity. When you keep struggles inside, you create space for honest dialogue, forgiveness, and growth. You allow emotions to settle and understanding to rise. Healing happens best in a safe environment, not in a courtroom of public opinion. There is also the matter of trust. When family members know that their private moments will not be shared with others, they feel safer opening their hearts. This trust is the foundation of strong relationships. Once it is broken, rebuilding it takes time and effort. A single careless conversation can create walls that last for years. Choosing silence does not mean ignoring pain. It means dealing with it in the right place, with the right people. It means seeking solutions, not sympathy. It means valuing long-term harmony over short-term emotional release. A strong family is not one without problems, but one that knows how to face them with respect and discretion. By keeping your family's struggles private, you honor the love that still exists beneath the difficulty. You give space for healing, and you protect a place that, no matter what, is meant to be your home. Every great dream begins as a quiet whisper inside the heart. It is a vision only you can see at first, a future only you can imagine, and because it is so new and so fragile, it needs protection. Sharing your big dreams too early is one of the most common ways people accidentally destroy what they are meant to become. When you speak your dream out loud before it is ready, you expose it to the opinions of people who do not live in your mind or feel what you feel. Some will laugh, some will doubt, some will try to be realistic. Even people who care about you may tell you to slow down, to be careful, to lower your expectations. Do not mean harm, but their fear can quietly become your fear if you listen too closely. And once doubt enters your heart, your dream begins to lose its strength. A dream needs time to grow. Just like a seed in the soil, it must first develop roots before it can stand in the open. When you keep your dream to yourself, you give it that time. You can explore it, improve it, and understand it deeply without outside noise. You can make mistakes without feeling embarrassed. You can change direction without feeling like you have failed. Silence gives you the freedom to grow into your dream naturally. There is also another hidden danger in speaking dreams too early: false satisfaction. When you tell people about what you want to do, their praise can make you feel like you have already achieved something. You receive encouragement and attention, and your brain mistakes that for progress. But words are not work. Applause is not effort. Real success is built in the quiet hours when no one is watching, when you are tired, when you are struggling, and when you choose to keep going anyway. Not everyone will understand the path you want to take. Some people are comfortable with small lives and safe choices. When you talk about something big, it challenges their own limits. Instead of expanding their thinking, they may try to shrink yours. They may tell you it is impossible, unrealistic, or too risky. Protecting your dream means protecting it from these small voices. When the time is right, you will not need to explain your dream. Your results will explain it for you. Success has a way of silencing every doubt. What once sounded impossible will become undeniable. People will see what you have built, and they will understand what you were dreaming about all along. So keep your big dreams close to your heart. Work on them in silence. Let them grow strong. And when they finally come to life, the world will not need your words to believe in them. Your success will speak louder than anything you could ever say